Well, great afternoon. As you can hear, I've been watching a video, and it's one of those very well constructed videos, very relaxing, of this girl, Life with Mai. And I think she's in, I think she's maybe in Korea. She's not in the US, but she does very nice videos. And, but oh my God, I don't know how many hours she would spend, because they're endless shots just pieced together. And, you know, and that's one thing I've noticed. These ones that have a lot of views are just putting together productions. I mean, these aren't, this is not like, oh, this is real life and this is like step by step. Watch me cut the fruit, watch me cook my meal, watch me, you know, the whole thing. And it's really a movie. Put in. Now, I don't have time to do movie. I'm not that, but I can show you my views here. This is my view out here. And I don't know if you can see the, how beautiful it is out there. Let me get this out of the way. You know, real life here is, you know, you got cords in the way. That's real life, you know, how it is out here for me. So when I put together my movies, you see what's going on, but it's, again, it's not put together with endless shots. It's just what's here as it's here. This is my view today. It's basically quiet, except for there's a roadway that runs right next to where I'm at, so you do hear cars going by, which is quite fine. But it's, today we have, as you can see, the clouds, a little bit of wind out there. This is my view. I think it's a very peaceful view. I would love to add music to this, but then you get a ding for adding music. So I don't know how people get away with adding music to their videos. Because if, well, maybe because they're in a different country. Here, if I add music to the video, you get a strike, unless it's my own flute playing music. Then I can get away with it. Otherwise, not so much. But today I watched the January 6th committee, and the horrible things that people went through that were just doing their job for counting the votes. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And then I was watching about the rental market everywhere. All of these people, I mean, just hundreds. And it's, a lot of them were in Florida, but there's a lot of it all over the place, not just Florida. And it's just this thing that these landlords are getting greedy. Okay? Now, when they're kicking everybody out, just who do they think is going to move in? How many people do they think really have the money and they've raised the rent by 2, 3, 4 times? Okay? One woman's rent was raised by $1,100 a month. Okay? So we have elderly, we have disabled, we have just people, you know, living their lives that are getting priced out because, let's face it, wages aren't going up. So I want to pull some cards and just see, you know, what's going to happen with this. So this is not buying and selling homes, although that's getting ridiculous. I know where I'm at. I saw them right next to Veterans Park here. They started leveling the land, and one reason I did move there was because they had a lot of open land and stuff. Well, not anymore. Since I've moved in this 1 year, they built a great big housing project, all these new homes, right down the road from me. Now, right across from me, right next to Veterans Park, they're building a great big apartment building. Okay. So, you know, what's going to happen? What is going to happen? So I'm going to ask, is this greed that's happening with these landlords and kicking everybody out, is it going to come back to bite them in the behind? Okay? Because I don't know who they think is going to move in. Okay? Who is going to move in? Who can afford the rents they're charging? Okay? It's just become absolutely beyond. So let's see what we have with this. Mercy. I can't believe how greedy they are getting. So let me move this way a little bit so you get a nice view back here as I'm doing this. Might as well let you see the great view. So what we have above it, bear. This is somebody that could be, you know, abusive, pushy. Could be somebody protecting, but not in this case. So we have reevaluating things, and not happy with the crop. This is, okay, this is my card. Now, a lot of people say this represents, you know, compassion, but I don't see it as that. For me, this represents a Pandora's box, okay? So with their greed and their pushiness, it looks like they're going to reassess that they have just now going to be opening a Pandora's box. So let's see what we have with this. The foundation is, okay, we've got legal letters, okay. I think a lot of illusion that's happening with it. And they're going to find out that greed has gotten the better of them. So they have all these big plans, all these pie-in-the-sky illusions that we'll just kick them out and we're going to raise the rents on everybody, okay? Well, there are only so many people. If they could afford the kind of rents they're charging, they could probably afford to buy. Going into it, okay, we have the card of flight, the card of building a nest, okay? People are going to have to be moving. We've got the strong arm. Truth about waiting for their ship to come in. But this is going to be a hard truth, a really hard truth happening, because the Queen of Swords is usually the one slice and dice, okay? Not the person of compassion. So going forward, we're seeing this is the card, and I call this the one of colored, the colorization of something. Okay. We have those that are coming and speaking out now, the truth and the burden of what this is, the heavy energy that's being held with it. Okay, let's see what we have underneath of it. Because this is basically saying this situation. Above it, they're getting greedy, okay? They've planted these seeds. Now the harvest they're not going to like. It's the Pandora's box, okay? They've got all these pie in the sky ideas about how they're going to make all this money now. People are having to move, okay? And where are they going to move to? They can't find places to live. That's the reality of it. And the colorization that's happening on home and hearth and everything, they're speaking out that this is a burden they can't carry. They can't afford it, simply. That's it. You only have so much money, okay? It doesn't grow on trees. So underneath of it all, we see this wanting to have, again, it's all about money. All about money. And they've taken this strong stance. Okay? It's what it is. It's greed. Greed. Judgment is coming down with it. And new things are going to be coming out about the financial difficulties. Okay? So the caution with this is this is abusive. It's abusive. They're manipulating it. It's really stabbing people in the back, and they want, again, money, dark money, and this is going to be for them slow moving. They're just there's the consequences of this is going to be a lot of empty houses and apartments, because they have priced people out. That's it. So their greed, they've got dollar signs in their eyes, okay? No compassion. They're opening a Pandora's box, and they're going to be finding out that there's no money coming in, okay? Where they think they're going to triple the rents, some places tripling it, doubling it, okay? Astronomical amounts. If people could afford to pay that rent, they could afford to buy a home. So it looks like their greed is going to come back to bite them in the behind, okay? And you see these people, it's just heartbreaking. People that are, you know, my age, that can't afford to live. Now, if I were living on my Social Security, I would not have a roof over my head. That's the truth of it. My Social Security is $400 and something a month. That's it. That's it. What in the world would I do if I didn't have my VA, which took 20 years to get? Okay, yeah, it took 20 years to get my VA. But without that, I would be homeless. Absolutely, I would be homeless. I am so fortunate that I have my house. And if I lost my house, I am so fortunate I have my van, my house on wheels. And you're looking at people having to move into their vehicles that are not ready for it. They're not, you know, they're not like me. They're not a gypsy at heart that likes to travel, okay? Well, okay, the gypsies, a lot of them, you know, that's their life. That's all they know. And maybe some of them are not so happy with it. We have more gypsies now moving into homes, but I'm talking about, you know, the lifestyle of somebody that's a nomad, that likes to wander. I love to see new places. I love to wake up to, you know, in the van, when I wake up in the morning, I open the window and I see the sun coming up. I see the sunrises. Now, in my home, it's a lovely home, don't get me wrong. I do like my house. But you don't see sunrises. You don't see stars at night. You don't wake up to a different view. You're not out in nature, okay? So as lovely as the house is, in a way, it's kind of like living in a cave, okay? You know, I have to put it that way. You know, I don't have views of really, of something like this, okay? I get a view of my neighbor's house. That's about it. Really, I don't have many views. The only view that's there is in the look past back by where the kitchen is, and you know, through that one window you see the tree in the neighbor's yard. That's it. A wall. You see the back wall and some tree hanging over it. That's it. Okay. So I happen to enjoy waking up to nature. Okay. So I love being able to travel and have my little home on wheels and being able to go here and there and enjoying different places. And I live for days like this. Right now, it's out here, it's mild, okay? Because we have the cloud cover. I'm not having the rain, although I would love the rain. I love to be out in the van and you hear that rain. That's so relaxing, okay? But we have cloudy skies, and that's okay too, because that heat wave that we were in has been mitigated and it's quite comfortable here right now. And that's another thing I love about my van, because I open the doors, I have my screen here so I don't get the bugs. I actually have a screen for the side doors. I could open those as well and put the screen up. And if we have a nice breeze, I can open that up, put the screen, and have a nice flow of air through here. So, you know, again, I count myself so fortunate to be my age, 72, and have enough health to be able to go somewhere. Although, you know, like I said, I'm dealing with Lyme disease, and so I don't have perfect health, but I have enough that I can manage to come out and still live the life that I want to live. So I'm looking forward to enjoying it as much as I can while I have my health, okay? So looking forward. I have to go back in I've got one more day out here, and then I've got to go back. Like I said, I have to have my spine x-rayed, so I have to go down to El Paso to get that done. So I do have to go back and pick up my car, But I think I'm just going to leave this down there. I'm going to leave the food in the refrigerator. I'm going to leave the, turn on the propane. Just take my car and take the dogs, of course, up to the house and spend the one day there and then take off again. Okay? For parts unknown, I don't know where yet, but I'll figure out somewhere to go. So I'm looking forward, really, to hitting the road and being a nomad and enjoying that as much as I can. Okay? Now, let me know. Are you a nomad? Do you enjoy traveling? Or are you somebody that really depends on the foundation and being in one place and wanting to have that security? Okay? Some people need that security and they want to be around other people all the time. Now, another thing that I've seen, you know, and I'm going to talk frankly about, I see women out here and I've actually heard them say, well, what am I going to do about sex? I'm thinking, what? You want to be on the road and you're worried about sex? That is just asking for trouble, okay? That is like I'm shaking my head. You want a relationship, but you want to be nomad, movable? This does not, you know, work in the scheme of things. You know, I just see red flags with that all over everywhere. And then I see them out there, you know, these girls, they're pretty young, and they're out there wanting to take showers out there, outside, or, you know, trouncing around, and it is not safe, okay? That is, you know, that is not safe, okay? Oh my goodness. So, you know, you have to be smart. If you want a relationship, being on the road is probably not the best option for that. Yeah, so I'm just going to put it that way. I belong to a lot of groups of van life, and I watch kind of what's going on out there. And you get very concerned with some of the things you see, what people are doing, and you just shake your head. At least I do. Anyway, on that note, yeah, got a big truck going by. On that note, I'm going to close this out now. I'm going to go have a snack. I'm going to have a little one of those rye crisps with a little butter and honey on it. Have a little yummy there. And I've got two dogs laying here next to me. Mamie's on this side. Mr. Max is on this side, chilling out. And I'm, maybe I'll go back to reading a book. I brought some books, got at the secondhand store, and at the moment I'm reading Hiroshima. What else would I read, being in my, you know, with all of my Oriental stuff? I did bring a number of books. I just bought new books, and one of them, I think it's going to be really interesting. It's a book about apparently a Sufi, okay? Because I just, you know, to decide if I want a book, I just open it up random and see if it's holding my attention, okay? Now, I opened that book up, and the random page I got was talking about, you know, I have no need for silk robes I already wear, you know, just really common things, nothing fancy. So for him, it's not a hardship to let go of silk robes. So it sounds like sounds like he's a Sufi. Okay, so it'll be interesting to read about his life. Okay, so I got that, and I got another book that's on, I think it's Asian countries and areas and something else. I can't remember right now, but I did get a few books that, you know, take a little downtime when you've got nice weather like this, a little breeze coming in. I'm going to make another cup of coffee, have a little snack, and maybe do a little reading and just enjoy the quietude out here. Mr. Max popped his head up and then laid back down. Yeah, I said your name. Yes, I said your name. I did. Yes. Yeah, my troublemaker. I need to go out and pretty soon see if I can clipper him a little bit. His fur is starting to get a bit, so we'll maybe try that soon, because he's starting to get feet that look like he's got bedroom slippers on. So we'll see if I can clipper him this time myself. I'll try it, but we'll see. That's the one good thing about May. I don't have to worry about having her groomed. So on that note, I'm going to stop this video for now, but let me know. Anyway, I'll see you online. Are you more of a nomad person? Do you like to travel? Do you like to wake up in different environments? Or are you a homebody? Do you have the fortitude to be alone and enjoy the solitary life? Or do you really need to have somebody close to bond to? You know, different strokes. Thanks for tuning in, Love and Light. We'll see you online. Thanks for joining me out here on the road in my life. I do so enjoy having you here, and I'll see you online.